Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the Run Your Day podcast. My name is Dan Hafner. Really excited to bring another show for you here today. Inside of the topic of overcoming fear, today's topic is no one cares. Thank you for joining. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
All right. Thank you very much for joining again. Today's topic, no one cares. I hope you got a kick out of that title. When I say no one cares, inside of this topic of overcoming fear, what I'm trying to get at is when we are doing things, right, in our lives, and even in society in general, there are accepted norms. There are accepted ways of behavior. Sometimes we can think everyone's watching us. A lot of us think we are the center of the universe. I have news for you. You're not, okay? Hate to break it to you, but when you think everyone is watching you, the chances are that they probably aren't. You know, sometimes we can get inside of our own minds and think that we live this life under a microscope, when in reality, the world might not even know or care that we even exist. It's a harsh reality, but a lot of times it is true. If you're not a celebrity, if you're not someone that is, financially well off or well respected or well liked in your community, or even if you just have a small circle of people that you communicate and, be with, no one's really paying attention to what you're doing. I've struggled with this for a long time. I've always had this thing in my head that there were people watching me, people were actually giving a crap about what I was doing, and in reality, there were only like 2 or 3 people in the entire world that cared whatsoever what I was doing. Like, once I moved past that fear inside of my own mind, the world opened up for me. The world opened up for me in ways that I can't even describe. I would have to sit here for an hour and talk about how things have opened up for me once I got over that fear of, oh my God, everyone's watching me. You are not the center of attention, man. Like, you are not the center of the universe. And I'm here to tell you that too. Like, you might be the center of someone's universe, but you are not the center of a universe. There's an example I like to give here. When you see someone dancing in public or doing something embarrassing in public or whatever, and they're actually doing it. They're dancing or they're just doing something strange. We your initial reaction can be like, oh, what the heck are they doing? Like, and everyone's watching them like they're some kind of, weirdo or doing something out of the ordinary, because it's not a social norm, right? People will actually get to the point where they envy you. We were at a concert here the other day, and there was just kind of everyone sitting around all, watching the show. And there was one guy up front just dancing his life away, just taking selfies right next to the band, just getting after it. Like, he was having the time of his life, and he did not care whatsoever whether people were watching him. I mean, there was a couple thousand people there at this little concert here in Charleston, West Virginia. And this guy was having the time of his life. I mean, were there, some substances involved? Maybe, but that's beside the point. This guy was having the time of his life, and he did not care if anyone was watching him or judging him or whatever. People were I started to actually envy this guy. I was like, man, this dude knows what's up. Like, he is actually, like, he's moved past that fear of caring what other people think. And that has given him freedom. That has given him ultimate freedom to be expressive and creative. Why care about other people's opinions if they don't matter to you? There are only a handful of people in this world who you should give the right to give you an opinion and actually take their opinion for for what it's worth, including your close family, any close friends that you have a lot of trust in, and any customers that you have, or people that you are a customer of. If someone is not inside of that circle, I'm sorry, but they really don't. Their opinion does not matter. It shouldn't matter to you. We care so much in this day and age about what other people think of us, what we're being judged as, what we're being perceived as. And we can get that inside of our heads and think that we need to act a certain way. Well, you don't. If you can move past that, there is a world of freedom and creativity and just pure awesomeness waiting for you. So stop being self-conscious about what you're doing, about who you are, and just be who you are. Create something. Do something awesome, even if no one else thinks it's awesome. If it's awesome to you, it's awesome. That's all that should matter. Like, you shouldn't have the fear of rejection, of pain when it comes to doing something that you love. That is a prison. That is a prison that will keep you captive in your mind forever if you allow it to. It really will. I've been in this prison. In some regards, I still am in this prison, and I'm working through some of those things. But, getting through that self-conscious doubt, that overcoming and overpowering fear of what you are perceived as, is a process. It's a long process. It doesn't just happen overnight. It doesn't just happen in 5 minutes. It takes a while. It takes getting used to that uncomfortability of putting yourself out there, of declaring something, of being you, and then just accepting that is the new normal. Like me, for example, and I keep coming back to this week because this is really something that applies. Like, me doing this podcast is something that was very uncomfortable, and it still kind of is for me at times. But I'm pushing through it. I'm forcing myself to be myself, really, is what it comes down to. So don't be afraid to be weird. Like, that is really kind of what I'm trying to all sum up here. Don't be afraid to be weird, different, or strange. Just because you think that you are different or weird or strange doesn't mean that everyone will. I mean, I'm sure some of you listen to this and think that I'm a weirdo and that I have no idea what I'm talking about and I have no right to be talking about what I am. But some of you might listen to this show and be like, this guy's awesome. He knows what he's talking about. And that's okay. I honestly don't care. I honestly don't care if you hate the show or if you love the show. If you get value out of it, keep listening to it. It's that simple. I have moved to the point in my life where other people's opinions do not hold sway over me. So whether I get 100 haters or 100 lovers of this show, it does not matter to me. I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm going to keep making it better and better, because this is what does it for me. This is something that is almost therapeutic and sets me on fire. It sets my day on fire, and I want it to set your day on fire, and it will. It will if you think about what I'm talking about, if you apply the things that I'm challenging you to do every single day. And speaking of that, here is your challenge for the day. Think about how you can move past this in any area of your life. Are you self-conscious? Are you self-conscious when you go to the gym about how much weight you can lift? Or how you run when you go for a run? Or are you conscious of your spouse around something, regarding whatever, or your kids or your family? Are you afraid to talk about something for whatever reason? Think about that. Even if it's just one thing that you can just move past and just be like, you know what? I don't care. And no one else will care. And you will see, if you go through this experience, that it's just like fear itself. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's just something that you can move past and you can grow. So that is my challenge for you. That is going to be all for our show today. I just want to say a real quick thank you to everyone that's listened so far. We are expanding here on new platforms, and I want to thank you as well. If you haven't caught all of the shows, please go back and listen to them all so you kind of know exactly what the theme and structure of this show will be. I will go ahead and put my personal email in the show notes today. If you have any feedback or if you even want to appear on the show, I'm going to start putting together some promotions here, trying to start getting some guests here on the show to have some interviews with and to talk with. I would love to feature you. If you would like to join me, please feel free to email me. I might even have a little incentive involved in that for you. So that is going to be the show for the day. Thank you very much for joining again. The Run Your Day podcast. Get after it today. Get going and start not caring about what people think. Thank you very much, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.